shed of doom. Very interesting shed, just a bunch of art. And then here's what I came for, Gottlieb Corral, which is strangely wrapped in, I don't know, fake wood. Well, I mean, all I'm doing is taking it apart, so let me go grab the tools. Small issue, one of the art things in here is a giant chandelier that weighs 1 trillion pounds. Check that out. Bronze bolts. Rusted out. The ball's in it. Okay. Yeah, it's in there. Wonderful amount of sound. See? Told you I could get it in the sedan. Here it is, a genuine barn find. 1961 Gottlieb Corral. As I was setting up and unpacking it here, the only thing I've done is put new feet on the back because they were seized and set all the way down. It's got this weird paper on it that does peel right off. So we will be removing that. It's also only on one side, which is a little strange, but the other side is all right. I mean, it's scratched up, but I get the brown out of it. The back glass looks incredible from what I can tell. Whole thing's very nasty. And I'm gonna have to get this glass off to see how dirty the Playfield really is. See a little bit of dirt, but I'm not seeing anything ripped up, which is always good. So another strange thing on top of the wood is that somebody's disabled the bells. This one's cut off, and this one's been silenced. You see they've wrapped it in tape, especially right where the hammer hits, and it makes no noise. So the bell's also way too tight to make any noise, so I'm not really sure why that was done. And unfortunately, I don't know where the wire that goes on this is. Oh, is this it? Oh, yeah, okay. All right, at least they wrapped it around, made it convenient. These games from this time period run line voltage through the whole thing, which means you can't really work on them while they're plugged in. You have to be incredibly careful with them. Oh, excuse me, it's allergy season. And on top of that, this is my power cord. Rinky-dink repair there. And, well, we'll let it focus in, but the worst head I have seen on a pinball machine in a long, long time. That is awful. So I'm just going to make sure those aren't shorted to each other and then plug this in, see what happens. Alright, it's plugged in. There are credits. There's one. Does this get a switch? These might not have a switch. Oh, well. There's no switch in there. And it has credits. It should have just turned on when I hit start. Unless that's not a valid credit. Well, let me Try and not hit anything that will kill me. Okay, well, something's wrong with the credit thing already. Good start. Ooh, that's mushy. I was wondering why I couldn't find the release for the lockdown bar. Apparently this one's older than Crosstown over there, the blue one. It doesn't have a lockdown handle. It has wing nuts, like Humpty Dumpty does. I mean, 1961, so it's basically a 50s game, you know. Progression of technology didn't move all that fast back in the day. Oh good, this one's seized. Okay. Oh! What a noise. Okay, well, the Playfield's not bad at all. Not quite sure what happened there. And all the plastics are here. I'm not seeing anything that's cracked. This white probably isn't going to come back. But I'm thinking most of this Playfield will polish out. This will still have a line on it. That's dug in pretty bad. Oh, and it's gone. Oh, the release mech's getting jammed. This is kind of remarkable to me. I don't work on Gottlieb's. I work on everyone else's stuff because I don't like how Gottlieb's wired. There's your roto target there. It's hanging out. You see how there's a hole in the bottom here and somebody's patched it back up? More than likely what that was is back in the day, someone with a steel-toed boot or something booted the hell out of the bottom of it until they could get the money. If someone wasn't using a coin box, which again I'm guessing they're not, they could have just reached in and started grabbing. That's where that's from. Play meter, 15,126. I mean, maybe if it was never cleaned, that could be right. Because I feel like it's not enough wear for 115. But I don't know how well Gottlieb Playfields hold up. Speaking of hold, the hold relay is burned up, which is probably why it didn't turn on. Everything else looks pretty good. Is there not a lot of play in the flippers? That's nice. There's a little bit, but I'm not going to rebuild them. They look really good. Okay, so I got to be careful because of the voltage on this. Okay. Oh, hello. Let's put Playfield down. Hold relay is on. And no start. Why no start? Credit, maybe? I think I just got lucky on that because I'm wearing rubber gloves, but that was something of voltage. Wonder, it's got a trough of some sort, so I'm wondering if these have to be closed in order for it to be able to start. So close that one, close that one. Let's start. No. Okay. Well, then you've got other problems. Following the wiring for the start switch, and check this out. There's a mercury switch in this. So essentially, it's just liquid mercury, and when it's moved to a certain place, it closes the contacts. Best guess is that's an anti-lift, so someone can't pull it up and cheat the game. But yeah, unbroken mercury capsule. Would you look at that? Through some manual kerfuddling, I've gotten it to start. I had to hit this reset bank manually. It is taking no input from the coin circuit or start circuit. So I'm going to figure that out, and I'm also probably going to replace that hold relay because it looks crunchy. But the flippers do work. The other one works too, but the solder joint broke off. What about you guys? Okay, well the relay went off. Relay. Are they jammed? Maybe? No. They tried, but it didn't work. Oh my god, that sounds terrible. Okay, that needs some repair. No points. No points at all. Okay. Well, I don't know what to do about that. Why do you not score? As I get stuff moving, it kind of seems to be working. Here's got the pop relay unstuck. This one's still stuck. It's trying. There we go. I think that should do it. Yeah. There's those pops. Those pops. Which relay just clicked on and got stuck? You. This one. Missing one. Come on. Come back to life. Oh, there she goes. There you go. Okay, so it looks like a lot of this game is just stuck and probably corroded with a bunch of surface rust and other crap, given how the legs look. So, I think what I'm going to do for the moment is I'm just going to jam it so that runs for a while. I'm not going to burn it up, only like 30 to 45 seconds, and just let it clean itself out. And I'm going to get a toothbrush and some rubbing alcohol so you can clean this. He's cooperating. That's spinning faster and smoother. And then one of the units back here is going. I can't quite tell which one from over here. This is slowly getting better. Things are moving, and it seems to be trying, but what is moving is not moving very well. So before I start doing electrical exploration, anything that's currently moving and seems proper, I'm going to fix. Because there is a chance that the issue is that it's not running smooth. Sometimes if things don't line up right, it won't reset. One of them would be this unit back here. I've already re-enabled the bell. And I cleaned out these gear teeth. And it's running fairly smooth, but I want to clean out the coil and clean and re-grease this pin here. But it's already running much better just from me spamming it and cleaning it with the toothbrush. I'm also going to check the contacts. Oh, it's a spring type. Okay. Well, I'll always start by cleaning it. Ooh, coil sleeve's broken. And it's a metal one. It's not broken that badly. Oh, the camera focus in. Just got a chip taken out of it, so still usable. I'll deburr the top of it. Please don't fly away. Got it. All right. Hello? Come on. Hop off of there. Okay, well, it won't come off, but it does move perfectly fine. So we're gonna leave it alone, just pop the clip back on. I could probably get it off if I wanted to, like really needed to. But it works, and if I damage this armature, I'm just kind of screwed. Can't get these. I'd rather just play it safe, leave it alone. Hey. Okay, as long as it's not getting stuck anymore. And I have another, or actually I might not, I might be out of these. This is an 8/32 screw. If I have one, I can replace the missing one. And I don't think Liberty Bell is gonna have one this time. Strange. Now this should just pop, yep, right off. Alright. Okay. So all I gotta do here, this is a spinning assembly, as you can see. As this thing chucks along, it spins. And we're gonna purple mark this to be safe. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and very, very lightly sand all these contacts. This is with 1000 grit, and you're just gonna be extra, and I dropped it, extra gentle. Just wanna get the surface crap off. Don't wanna make them, you know, don't wanna sand them down to the point that there's a problem. Normally, you get away with just cleaning these, but yeah, this thing is sat for so long, and I'm finding that the game has a lot of rust issues, so we're just gonna do this and ensure it works. Same thing on the, although you want to be even more gentle on these, the actual running contacts on here, these little sprung things. The camera battery had decided it was time to die, so it just switched to the secondary and plugged that one in. Clean this out. This is just rubbing alcohol. 99%. I don't even know how I got this. I usually don't see above 93. This is just gonna get rid of any old lubricant or grease that might still be on here. And what I use for EMs, actually it's what I use for all pinball machines, is Super Lube. It's not specifically for pinball, it's a Teflon lubricant and it is dielectric. So it functions for this. Just put some on, and you want to smear a thin layer. If you go too thick, it'll stop contact and not work. So you just want to look for a smear of lubricant all over the contacts. Your finger should still glide though. Like you can rub it into a point where it's not enough lube anymore. Your finger should glide but not slide. Best way I could put it. There we go. So that assembly is completely redone. I mean, I didn't go through and resolder every single wire because I don't want to. However, there are a lot of broken wires on this game, and I may have to go back and do that. Oh. Oh shit. There's an adjustment on this. You see these? The screw can slide. And I wiped away my purple mark. Alright, well, we are just going to guess and see if we end up being right. I'm just going to point it relatively where I know where the purple mark was and just watch the contacts, make sure they're on where they should be, and hopefully I'm not off by one or anything like that. I should have indexed that better. Thinking that one, or are we thinking that one? That one? That one. Let me review my footage here. Okay, so this little ground spade was pointing exactly at this hole. And if I'm lining up the contacts and this were to point perfectly outward like it did before, then I think I have it in the right spot. Jumping correct so far. You can't see it. I'm watching the contacts back here to make sure it's properly stepping from one rivet to the next and not catching or stopping early. All right, seems like it's perfect. All right, I did end up finding something. It wasn't just that someone was annoyed by the bells, it's that the bell gets stuck. Oh, I guess I can only do this one. Okay, well, are you gonna make me look like a moron now? Oh, come on. I had hit one of these and then the bell locked on, but now it's making me look like a fool. Hold on, let me score again, see which one that was. Come on, give me. See, it turned the lights out. So I must have just acquired whatever those were, which was 3 and 4. Oh, which are on the back glass. Okay. So it's got the logic, but not the points. So where are we cut off that the points don't work? I think this and this are intertwined with the points. Again, I'm a Williams guy. I don't really know how these work, but oh, okay. Maybe it's the same thing as the rest of the game. They're just stuck. Telling me the bell's a little loose. Ah, that was probably why I got stuck before, is this relay. Alright, let's clean those out. Oh, I did unplug it, by the way. I'm not showing it, but between shots, when I'm putting things in here that are conductive, like screwdrivers, my hands, I am unplugging the thing every single time. Because if I'm gonna die, it's sure as hell not gonna be to a Gottlieb. That is not... That's the equivalent of getting hit by a Prius. It's just, no. It's strange. So I will unplug it and plug it back in. I go in and smack the hold relay, which is normal, and then it's on, but it's resuming its game. It should tilt out. Nah, buddy. Don't. You're supposed to let go. Ow! Ow! Damn it! Oh, I just forcefully unplugged it. Hit the hold relay again. It's this one on the end. So I'm thinking there's a release using general EM knowledge. This is holding because it's waiting for something to happen on the score reel to let it go. What is this? 100 point? So 10, 100? 110? Wait, no. Okay, 110, 100. So it's waiting for this. Oh, and you know, I don't like Gottlieb's. Genius design, I can't manually actuate that, so. We'll clean out the other relays, then go up there and clean those out. Could be the same story, could be stuck. That one's particularly bad. It was the slightest jiggle and it's doing things, shouldn't it? Should be a very one-step process. And, oh, don't pull on the cord! I'm replacing the cord. Believe it or not, I had this table cleared 10 minutes ago. I want to peel the side sticker off first. I really hope it doesn't take most of the paint. I mean, it's grabbing a little bit, but it's old. It wasn't going to be perfect anyway.
You all right? Hit yourself in the face?
I didn't hit myself. I almost did. 10. Whatever that is.
Wrong. That's not wrong.
This will never beat, what is it, jet spin? Okay. Somebody, the whole side of the cabinet, there's a picture of a guy riding a surfboard. Somebody scratched cocaine in the surfboard.
Cocaine. Oh my gosh.
Why the f did they cover this up? This looks really good, given the age. Taped up a little bit. Or, tape? Wallpaper?
Yeah, it doesn't look that
No, not at all. And it looks way better than the wooden wallpaper.
wooden wall.
What do you mean, man? Dude, most stylish thing of 1981.
Like I said, man, same generation. I put laminate on fucking hardwood floor, bro. I mean, it's kind of just an example of you just do things and never question what it will do to something in the future. So, it's just...
Did someone abuse a Gottlieb? No one's upset, man. I hate these games. I hate these games. I took this because it would be interesting, and I was enjoying playing Crosstown. I was like, you know, whatever. I gotta learn how EMs work, or Gottlieb EMs work anyway. Need to be able to. You know how many we have in storage that need fixed? Dude, come on, I gotta know them.
I'm letting you know, some dude did all this to this game and the cabinet, and he took a few steps back, looked at it, and he's like, much better.
Dude, it's so bad on the front too.
Oh man.
But then the other side wasn't done.
I just saw it right now, dude. I was literally about to ask if you peeled it off.
No, they did one side.
Dude, he was like, man, that was hard. I'm just gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. Holy crap, dude. That is, that's something.
But like, it's not only is it not that bad, this is better than most of them at this point. From the 60s? Come on. Really, this cabinet, oh dude, somebody scratched one thing into it. I should cover it with wallpaper. I think this got put into that shed sometime in the mid-90s, just based on the stuff I found in it, which I gotta show the people in the camera what I found. All the original paperwork was in it, including some of the high score to date cards. On these older games, the high scores, it couldn't log it.
Write it down.
EMs can't. Well, not only would you have the option to write it down, you also had the option to just stick pre-made cards in it.
Oh.
1400. Doesn't matter whether or not that's true. That's just the number the operator sets. It's like, oh, spend your money on my game. Yeah. Genius Gottlieb move. Gottlieb was owned by someone, though. It was one of the big... Columbia Pictures at one point had D. Gottlieb.
Okay.
Yeah.
Columbia Pictures.
So, you gotta remember, whenever you see something stupid, you gotta remember corporate was involved. And it's kind of where most dumb decisions come from. Right, so we didn't get all the decal off, but we did get it off the head, some of the side, and a little bit of the front of the cabinet, and it's fine. I mean, it's about the same condition as the other side. Actually, I'd say this side's a little better. I don't know what that is. I don't think that was there before. That's probably with the ceiling, as usual. But I still have a bunch to do to this. I just got back from the Allentown Pin Fest, which I may have said something about earlier in this video. It's been a very chaotic week with that. And I picked up this 8-ball deluxe for a steal. And, I mean, it's the goofy special cab. I already took the back glass out. MPU is shot as expected, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about that one. But I'll be making a video on this one as well. Seriously, look at that Playfield. It's all Mylard, right? But it'll be a good player's game. I'm back here. This is the day after I finished the 8-ball deluxe video. And I forgot the SD card that I was filming the Corral video on. So now you're on this one. Right, and I'm not stupid. You'll actually be seeing this, and I didn't lose this footage. I've just been lightly cleaning it. And check that out. That's pretty damn good. I just did the bottom here. I mean, it's smooth. The inserts are great. It used to look like this. Could you zoom in, camera? Focus? Yeah. Look at that crap. I cleaned up in here, too. This, by the way, just rubbing alcohol. Haven't even used any form of polish yet. So I have a feeling this thing's going to come out great. I have to see, all my rags are dirty, but I got to go through and see what is still good. You know, if I had a Novus 1 rag in here, that's kind of still okay to use. The thing on this game cleans up really nice. You can see this pop face here. I'll take these screws off so you can see it a little better. If you've seen any of my other videos, you know I am not a flathead screw enthusiast. I hate flathead screws. But, you know, 1961, sure, why not? It's fine. Now, take this shit off. I hate these. Get this out of the way. That bulb's definitely burnt out, too. Anyway, after I got pissed at a flathead, teeny bit of alcohol and some light pressure. Dirt's gone. I mean, I've had newer games that the dirt like this won't come off. And this whole game is just cooperating. Which, very, very out of character for a Gottlieb. I'm sure any of you that work on these games know that Gottliebs suck. If you've seen anyone in the comments defending Gottlieb, I guarantee you they're like 65 years old. I don't know what it is. I like talking to the old guys. They have some good knowledge, but good lord, man. These games were not designed well. I want to take these caps over and clean them up too. My only concern is this blue is water-based. Really hope it doesn't come off. I think I'm just going to try one and be gentle. Actually, there's a red one here. There's a red flower. It says 10 when lit. And I always see these in convention junk piles and on eBay. I know I can get one, so you're going to be our little test monkey here. Alright, sweet. Those actually look almost new. You get a little bit of a blue smudge on the red cap, but the other ones are pretty good. And look at this, there's not really any burn on the inside. Usually you get deformation and a brown spot. They're pretty much good. Here's the nice, fresh white pop bumper cap. Here's the old pop bumper cap. It's still not the worst thing in the world, but it's certainly dirty. I'm just going to keep cleaning this Playfield. Alright, so this bit of metal here is more than likely chrome, just because this game's from 1961. If you take a look at the picture of whatever car I've chosen, there was a lot of chrome on them back in 61. A lot of chrome everywhere. I think we kind of bring it back. It's quite nice. So, polish this. I don't even need to take it off. I'll clean the extra polish out of it when I unscrew it to do the rubbers and lights. Sweet. It's almost reflective. There's a little bit of rust and crap in it. Maybe I'll wet sand it, but I would come back and do that later. I don't want to make this look perfect because it's only a light amount of wear, and if it matches the light wear the rest of the game has, that's how I'd prefer it. But yeah, have a look at that versus what we started as, which is this. Doesn't even look like the same piece. Yeah. I think all the old farts like these Gottliebs because they did the art really nice. And there's not a lot of play value to this game. But I mean, look, if it'll focus in, check out the separation in the different colors and the way the letters are outlined. And they are really nice looking games. They were printed quite well. I want to clean up the mercury switch real quick. Now, these are a little bit toxic. I think the terminology I'm looking for is super cancer. I've got two fun facts for you. In ancient times, I want to say Mongolia, 16th century, they would drink this. They thought it was the key to everlasting life. And in the early 20th century, in the United States, people would wear this around their neck as like a good luck charm. Well, whatever the opposite of a taboo is, the word's escaping me. And it was used in car trunk lid assemblies. And I just want to clean it up. It's not something you see anymore. Probably because, again, super cancer. I'm wearing gloves, and it should be hermetically sealed in this vial still. And as long as it doesn't shatter, I will be fine. Oh wow, that cleaned up nice. Check that out. I gotta make sure. Well, I'm wearing rubber gloves. I'll be all right. There you go. So there's two contacts in there, and when the game was lifted up, mercury, which is liquid metal, would touch both contacts and allow current through it. And you know what's strange? You can't really see it on the camera, but there's a bit of weight to this. Like, now, obviously it's not heavy, right? But it's more than you'd expect for a drop of liquid in a bit of glass. So we're gonna clean up that holder, pop it back on. The play counter down here says 15,126. Now, that's possible, given the Playfield wear. I mean, because once I get the dirt off, there's only a very, very marginal amount of wear, and it's vertical lining, which more so, planking is the other word, which more so happens from time rather than play. And there's only ball swirls in like the most shot thing, which is right here. I think it'd be a little more beat up for 126. So maybe this is a low play game. Next thing I'm gonna play with here is a ball feeder. Sometimes it gets stuck. Okay, well, it's making me look like a liar. But there's rust here, and there's crap inside the bushing, and the thing just needs cleaned out and lubricated, that's all. Same thing with the plunger. And I want to clean this in the sink because, god damn, man, that is brown. The geniuses over at Gottlieb nailed this side track in. One of them's missing. So provided it's not a problem, it's just going to get a screw. It doesn't look like it's in the way of the track. I've never taken one of these apart. Does it come apart? Very interesting they put a spring on there. I think it's either some sort of anti-jam, or if it's not an anti-jam, my best guess would be that it stops you from hurting yourself. The thing is jammed. It springs inward a little bit instead of you slamming your hand into a solid steel stuck thing. And it looks like there's an E-clip on top there to take all the spring things off. And I think I have to do that to remove it from the game instead of these screws. Oh, it is an E-clip, and thankfully it didn't fly off to somewhere I can't find it. Another E-clip. Damn you, Gottlieb. I'd really like to not break this bushing. Be kind of nice. Pretty sure it was just getting caught up on the rust that was on this, so I just 1000 grit sanded it. And my hands were wet, so I guess that means I wet sanded it. And I have all the pieces. Put it back in. I cleaned out the bushing too. So now this slides in and out of the bushing with basically no resistance, and these don't get lubricated, so hopefully it stays that way for a long. Whoa, that feels a lot more free. Sweet. Ooh, use a time period correct flathead screw. No. I prefer it to be removable in case it's needed. Sweet. It doesn't seem to... Oh my god. It did get junk off of it though. I know what this is. So this is made out of the same crap the sink is made out of, in the 100-year-old building that I'm in. I could lightly sand this, and then it would be nice, but it would be kind of temporary. It would just be like a couple weeks or a couple months, and then it would re-oxidize. And it's pitted real bad. I'm gonna grab the plunger next. This is never becoming less brown. Can you see that? See how nasty that is, dude? I'm gonna, phew. Oh, but some of it is falling right off. This shooter rod kind of supports the lower play count theory because it's scratched, right? But the factory polish is pretty much fine, and it unfocused. Okay, well, you'll have to believe me, but I think that play counter is accurate. Get this rusty ass spring out of here, bro. Look at how much shinier that new one is. This one was probably painted black at some point, but I don't really care if this game looks original, as long as it looks nice. Ooh, but you gotta restore it. You gotta restore it to how it was new. No. Wow, that's a bit too heavy of a spring, but whatever, it's better than no spring. To try and see it start under its own power. Oh, hold on. You got stuck on 8 ball. It's plugged in. There's no on-off switch that I'm aware of. Oh! Yes! It did it. They had all 5 balls in the trowel. Now, I mean... Oh, right. Okay, I get a right flipper, but what we're actually here for is this. Very nice. Oh, that's perfectly fine. Wow, that was depressing because, like, nothing worked. Let me get you set up in a play position. The main issue here is just the lack of scoring. I also want to see if it makes it to game over. 2 at a time. Okay, I've hit the ball once so far. Alright, once. Wood rails, bro. Oh, it's not even a wood rail. It's close enough. Oh, thank you. Game over. No. No game over. It's still playing. All 5 are in there. Oh, hold on. It tries to move 10. Check that out. So... 9. Watch the 5. It vibrates. So it's trying... Why it's not working, I don't know, man, but we'll figure that out. I want to fix this left flipper real quick. I think it was a broken solder joint or something. It's actually been like a week and a half since I got this thing. There's no sense of time for you guys, but it was Pinfest, man. I was a little busy. Yep, that's the flipper switch, and there's a broken solder joint. I remember seeing another one here, too. Like, I think I might have fixed it already. Dude, for sure, I'm just going to be able to rip this right off. No? Really? Oh, okay. There was very little effort involved in doing that. That's good. That's a healthy sign when you could just rip any wire off of the game. I'm thinking I know why the game over light isn't coming on. One of 2 things. 1, it might not have one. Humpty Dumpty doesn't. Crosstown does, and this is right in between. I haven't actually taken the back glass out to look. 2 is these 4th and 5th ball switches, which are not focusing. Like, if I pull the wire form all the way down, they barely close. So we're gonna set these in a little closer and clean them up too. See if that fixes it. The flipper button itself needs an adjustment. I gotta jam my finger all the way in there to get it to do anything. Oh, I should center you up, shouldn't I? It's not giving me points for that. Strange, because some of the 10 points... Oh wait, no, the 1 point works, 10 point doesn't. Alright, that one too? Okay. Well, 2 of those were definitely because it's off level. Nope, 100 relays stuck again. Okay, well, it matched. And I think it was... Nope, that would be a text. I'm not sure if this is a bonus. Spots lighted number when lit. No, I don't think that's what was going on. I think it's in an end game state, because I see a light up there. There's number 8 is up here for match. I'm not sure. All right, well, I gotta go home, because that was my text saying, get your ass home for dinner. So I'm gonna do that, but real quick, I'm just gonna write down a light bulb parts order. Thankfully, I knew I was going to need rubbers. I already have those. Excuse the fan noise if that's coming through, but it's now hot as hell in the shop again. I got a bunch of rubbers on, and the game doesn't start anymore. It tries and then will never stop cycling the motor. Most of you would assume that that's a problem, but actually, it's not. Gottlieb's are like carbureted cars. You never actually fix it, it just works for now. So, I'm not really too worried about it. Plus, there's this broken wire here. You know what I did notice, though, is when it's stuck in that startup loop, these two relays will work and fire their score motor, and this one won't. If I manually move the hundreds motor, it will fire that until it re-zeros. So something between here and here is dead, and considering I keep having broken solder tabs, I'm just going to start by resoldering this entire thing. And it's easy, it's good insurance, and I'm already doing it. Plus, none of you can stop me, you're on the other side of a screen. It's waiting for something, it definitely is, but what, I don't know. It releases the balls. Is there a switch that the ball's supposed to hit? No. But the flippers and all the high power is not enabled. Yeah, I know nothing about this version of the Gottlieb roto unit. I worked with one once, and it was on an Aquarius, which is much newer, and also it didn't have any problems. All I did was clean it. Dude, what if we use flathead screws on everything? And then there's a nut on the back. I'm gonna kill you, Gottlieb. You could have threaded this plate. I know you could have, but you didn't wanna. I want to take this thing apart to service it more, but I don't know how to do it without turning it into a huge hassle. I don't know what's going on with the way they designed this, but it is not user-friendly in the slightest. I mean, there's gumminess in there, but it flies free and straight as if it were perfectly clean. So I cleaned all the contacts, I resoldered what needed resoldered. I'm gonna go clean the score rail, and I think it's just gonna get put back together like this. More good news, for no reason other than it f***ing wants to. It doesn't advance anymore. I figured it out. These screws that hold the reel on are also the tightness retention screws for this riding plate. This makes sense. I was wondering why these reels jump around while you're playing. They have a bunch of left and right play. Like, it makes it look terrible and cheap. It's because it is. All I did was I loosened them up, and it goes fine now. It clicks. Might need to loosen them a little more. Dude, what a bad design, man. Holy. That is not good. Probably tell by it being shiny, but I just took the whole bottom thing out here. I checked and made sure all the gaps in the switches were correct. I checked or cleaned every single switch, and I lubricated it, which is why it's spinning nice and smooth. So the issue's not there. I guess that's nice. Maybe it's up in this thing? I don't really know how to figure that out, though. Hell, man, I do not know what is going on with this thing. Every time I start this game, it does something a little bit different. Sometimes the game won't end, it won't switch to match. Sometimes it will score 10 points in 1 point, sometimes it won't, but it'll score them at the relay. But then sometimes it won't score them at the relay, but it will try to score them on the playfield, and it's in and out. I know exactly what this game needs. There are no problems, that's just how it's supposed to work, man. Actually, I'm the problem as the customer, there's nothing wrong with the game. So more interesting, I've lifted the playfield. I have 10 point, I have 1 point, and I have spin. Oh wait, 100's now stuck. That unstuck. And now I just lost it. Oh, now see it's dead. No that, no 1 point. Take the motor. Hello? Hey, spin, buddy. And it works. Something's going on down there. However, I actually think I'm going to take a moment and find the goddamn 100-point thing, because that's annoying me that every once in a while well, actually fairly frequently, I have to go back there and unstick the relay so it doesn't burn out the bell coil. Plus, all the wiring for that should be in the head, nice and easy to reach. That's fine, it might just be a dirty contact. It's this one right here, all the way in the back, you know, the most critical switch, they make it hard to get to. It goes. So I'm gonna clean that up, check the gap on it, but that might have just been actually easy. I had to resolder a couple of things on the relay here, and now it doesn't stick. But the reel gets stuck. It's like between 8 and 9, it gets stuck. I gotta take the reel apart. Again! Well, we'll start with, oh shit. That would be why there's a tooth missing. And I absolutely do not have one of these. So I looked into it a bunch, and my options just don't exist. So this is Pinball Resource. He's the most likely one to have it. I'm also going to call a guy I know who just has a shitload of wedge heads. It's like his thing. Hopefully he has one. He had a Corral back glass, but I don't need one, so hopefully he has this. There's just straight up nothing I can do. I mean, maybe I'll see if I can graft a gear tooth onto it, but that's probably not going to work well. I'm waiting for the super glue to dry, and then I'm going to reinforce it more, but anyone want to take bets on whether or not this turd's going to work? At the cost of making the entire shop smell like shitty burned plastic, I have got it on. And, you know, I must say my confidence for it working for a long time is not very high, but I kind of think this could work like once or twice before it snaps the goddamn tooth off. No shot! It's letting that shit slide. Through a lot of screwing around, it's actually been like 2 hours, I went and I took some extra switches off of my parts Liberty belt and I upped the tension on the tension retainer over here. You can see it's not going to focus, but there's an additional switch in here. Now, if it overruns, it will return. I'm hitting the wrong thing. See, it pulls it back. That's fine. I'm completely fine with this. It works. It continues scoring. Actually, now I should see if it's able to get into game over. Let me put the big-ass flathead screw back in. It holds the, you know, the whole bottom of it. Uh-oh, my 9 is stuck. Oh, it got it. Okay. It appears my shitty little gear is not particularly good. No! Ow. Yeah, well, it went to game over. There's your match light. I mean, I guess at this point I'll just finish the rubbers. I was going to take apart and clean the rotodex, or the rotating target, whatever the hell you want to call it. But it works fine. And, I mean, it's a teeny bit misaligned. But from what this game has been doing to me, every time I try to fix something, it just gets worse. So I'm just going to leave it alone and clean the thing up a little more. Clean, and it should be functional. It's just going to take a minute to get that one digit. Never mind, it was perfect. Why you... Oh. Well, there's a reason I stuck a Chrysler logo on it. There you go, and that's game over. For the most part, I'm going to call this fixed. I'm most likely just going to sell this game. This is really not my thing. I know I got to, finish ripping off the wallpaper and, You function now. This can be taken off. Yeah, I gotta drill a lock for the back door, and I gotta replace this power cord, which I'm still waiting for in the mail. But it works, and it's playable, which is as far as I usually take it for these videos. So there you go, Gottlieb Corral from a shed. It works, and check out this Playfield. Yeah, hopefully get a good couple bucks for this. That's all.